What's up, my friends? I'm here in the shop doing a prom sewing project. I have to hem a dress that has a whole lot of gems on it. So I'm going to be stitching this by hand mostly, but I also wanted to use a little bit of a fusible adhesive to help me get a nice straight edge and just help keep everything in line. So I'm going to be using this product called Witchery. This is it. So here we go. This is the magic that is Witchery. So I tore a piece of the Witchery off and I laid it into my hem. This is a really weird fabric that I need to hem. It's basically like a synthetic knit, but it's just covered in these plastic gems. So stitching it's going to be a little bit of a challenge, and getting it to lay nice and flat I felt might be a challenge. So I put some of the Witchery in here, and I'm just going to fold it up so that it's covered. And then we have to iron this on, so it's basically a fusible material and both sides are going to adhere to the fabric, and I'm just kind of pinning it so that it doesn't slide down. So I had to be careful and test it on a scrap because since those are plastic they could melt, but I was able to get it hot enough to melt the Witchery and not melt the plastic or the fabric, so that was good. And then since I can't put the iron directly on the gems, I used a pressing cloth and a lot of steam, so I'll show you. I just did a sample section and it worked really well, so I'm going to do it again here on the actual dress. You can see there's my line that I drew for where the hem should be, so I'm just putting the Witchery at the edge of that line. I don't know if you can see that pink line, but that's where my line was, and I'm just folding the hem up to conceal the Witchery. Okay, so now that it's in there, okay, I'm going to take my pressing cloth and bring it up to cover the fabric. And I'm going to put my iron down, give it some steam and some pressure. And I should also mention you should watch your pin heads don't melt. So maybe be aware of if they're at the bottom or the top. And don't put the iron there like I think I just did. Luckily they didn't melt. But you can see the Witchery did. So it's adhered. I'm still going to give this a few stitches where I can so it's not relying only on an adhesive. But this is going to help me tremendously. Because look how nice of a edge that's going to give. I would have really struggled to get it that clean by just hand stitching. So I'm a fan. I'm a fan of the Witchery. So grab it on our website if you want to try it. Thanks for watching.